Very good morning, students. So today we will be starting the next chapter in your syllabus, that is chapter number 4, Gender, Religion and Caste. So what is gender, what is religion, what is caste, and how have they impacted the democratic politics in India? Or in various spheres, but basically we have to study in context of India here. So what happens here, first of all, we will study about gender, and then I'll tell you what is religion and what is caste and how have they impacted the politics. So first of all, gender. Now students, with the term gender, what do you understand? See, the term gender, it's a societal term. You must understand the difference between gender and sex. Now, gender is a societal term. Okay, it is a social concept. It is the role of a male or a female in a society. Whereas sex is the biological difference between the women and the men. Okay, now gradually if you see, then society tells that there are two gender, male and female, men and women. Okay, now they are expected to behave in a certain manner which actually makes them male and female, because there are certain acceptable roles, there are certain stereotyped roles in the society on the basis of which the male and the female are expected to behave. And those characteristics are, those behaviors are categorized also into two parts. Masculine behavior, okay, that is the behavior of the men, males, and the behavior of the women is your feminine behavior, the feminine traits, right? So if you see, then in this chapter we are going to study the political expression of such social differences which are possible, and they are sometimes desirable also in a democratic system. Okay, so we will apply these ideas to the practice of democracy in India. Okay, we will be studying about three kinds of social differences that take the form of social division and inequalities. And which are these three kinds of differences? They are on the basis of gender, religion and caste. Very, very interesting topic, students. Very we can say controversial and very much in prevalence, something very contemporary and something that has been there since ages as well. Okay, so very relevant and very significant topic, very significant chapter it is for you. Okay, now these are these differences that we are going to study. We will look that in each case we look at the nature of this division in India and how it gets expressed in the politics. Now this picture is the first picture with which the chapter starts. Okay, somehow the picture talks about Manav over here, that is the human beings. Okay, this is a poster from Bengal which is affirming the strength of women. Okay, which is affirming the strength of women. Now this strength of women, why it is shown here, this is shown in contrast with the roles of the genders that are usually perceived by the people, right? So let's go on to the chapter and try to understand what it is. Now, what is gender division? It is a form of hierarchical social division that is seen everywhere but is rarely recognized in the study of politics. Okay, now students, why it is said that it is seen everywhere? Because this is the everywhere you see the same role of the women. And we are talking about past, present as well. Okay, it's not just that we are talking about past, because the roles of women have improved no matter, but it still exists somewhere due to the past understanding of the role of the women. Okay, now so it's a social division that is seen but it is rarely recognized in the study of politics. The gender division understood It is basically, it tends to be understood as natural and it is unchangeable. But it is not based on biology. It is based on social expectation and stereotypes, right? So what is a stereotype here? Student stereotypes are fixed general image of a person or a thing that is shared by many people. Okay? Now, these divisions are societal. What I explained you just before, that these are societal expectations, notions, explanations and understandings. It has nothing to relate that relates to nature. No, it is not natural. It is created. It is perceived to be natural. Okay? Now, how it is perceived to be natural? Students, boys and girls, are brought up to believe that the main responsibility of women is household work. If you can look here, the responsibilities of women that is perceived. How it is perceived? It is perceived as, working, cooking, washing clothes, working in the field, all these things, right? But these are not productive over here. Neither these. For the society. Okay? These are unpaid work. And unless and until you have a paid work, you are not valued. It's as simple as that. Right? Now this is reflected, this kind of upbringing of these children, that fine, the role of women is the household work and the role of men is to go office and get a paid work. Right? That is the difference which is created since the person is born, since the boys and girls are grooming. That is the thinking that is imbibed in their heads. Okay? And that is what I have tried to show you with this picture. A lady is believed to take care of the babies, to do the household work, household chores, and a man is expected to be busy with his own work, that is being either in reading files or newspapers or doing any work that is not a part of the household chores. That is the perception of people, and that is what is termed as a sexual division of labor. When you divide the labor on the basis of sex, that is on the basis of the fact that they are men and they are women. Is it clear? Now, the sexual division of labor in most of the families, women do work inside the home, such as cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, tailoring, looking after the children, etc. And men do all the work outside the home. And that is not that men cannot do household work. Is it so? You also must be having many of you have fathers, brothers who are working at home as well, who are supporting your mothers in the work at home. Right? So does that mean that they are not capable of going outside and doing the work? Or does that mean that women are incapable of handling the household chores? See, students, try to look at with both the lenses. Don't look for only women equality. Try to talk about gender equality. Right? And when I say gender equality, I mean men and women both over here. Right? So there are many men who are working at home along with working at the office. So they think that it is for women to attain to these things. Those who are not working, they think that it is for women to attain to these things. And when these jobs are paid for, men are ready to take up these works. And you will see that most of the work of women that are perceived, by the society, they are done by men, smartly, I will say. And such are the works of the tailors, the cooks in the hotels. How many of you have seen that the hotels having cooks as women? Very less. So aren't they cooking over there? But just because that is a paid work, it is valued. Similarly, it is not that women do not work outside their home. In villages, they do go for fetching the waters. They collect fuel, they work in the field. So in urban areas, poor women do work. They work as domestic helper in their middle class homes, while middle class women work in the office. In fact, the majority of women do some sort of paid work. But it is just that it is not recognized. It is not recognized, it is not valued, it is not paid. And the result of this division of labor is that though women constitute half of the humanity, their role in public life, especially in politics, is minimal. Earlier, only men were allowed to participate in public affairs, vote, contest for public offices. Gradually, gender issue was raised in offices in politics, and women in different parts of the world, they started agitating for this. They started demanding their rights, and such movements that demanded equality in personal as well as family life of women are referred to as feminist movements. Now again, the concept of feminist movement doesn't mean that to put women above men. No, it is a wrong conception. It is a wrong perception as well. The concept of feminist movement is to bring equality between men and women. It is not talking about to give a superior place to women. No, it is talking to give an equal place to women as per men as well. So both will be on the equal levels. And if you see, then today the situation of women has improved to a greater extent due to such movements only. Now you also try to understand it into this aspect that there are many homes where you have male servants, don't you? So what? Aren't they working? But it is just because they are working, they are getting paid, that will be valued. And due to some preconceived notion, that is a prejudice, okay, that the role of women is to work only in the household, it's not recognized. They are not allowed. Situation has improved to a greater extent because there was a time when women were not even allowed to step outside the home, and that was ages back. Right? There are certain prejudices that find women are born to, girls are born to play with the dolls. No, it's not always there. You will face girls, you will see girls playing with cars as well. Times have changed. Also, the stereotyping or the prejudices regarding the colors. Women having, going to choose pink colors and men will choose blue. Why? What is the grand thing about blue and pink? Nothing as such. Okay, it is just to differentiate on the social level. It is just to create a kind of image so that the division is more and more recognized and equality is less and less noticed. Okay, so that is how you see that today situation of women has improved due to these movements that were again organized by women itself. Now let me tell you, there were males also who were a part of it, and those were the learned males, aware, well aware men who were a part of these movements. Now these movements, agitations, they demanded to enhance the political and legal status of women, to make them contribute into the educational opportunities, to give them educational opportunities before making them contribute, and career opportunities. Right. Now, political expression of gender division and political mobilization on this question, it has helped women to improve women's public life, role in public life. And therefore, you find women in almost every field that were earlier not even thought about, not even considered suitable for women. You find women in politics, in entertainment industry, in social work, in space, and almost in business world, in sports, so in almost every each and every word, in the literary field, right? So in each and every field you find women are making their equal contribution, and a very intellectual contribution, right? Okay, students, so I'll stop here for the day. We'll continue with the status of women after independence. If you have any problem, just let me know. Okay, students, thank you.